Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So first of all, definitely let me know in the comment section, guys, how you like the new background. It took me forever to build, so if you do like it, definitely let me know down there. But in today's video, we are talking about Healthier Choices Management Corp. Now, what we're going to be doing is doing a quick review of everything that has happened over the last week, roughly. Just my opinion on things, where I think it's going from here, and what I am expecting from the stock price. We'll take a look at some of the technicals, we'll take a look at the stock charts, and we'll take a look at pretty much everything over the last couple of days. Just as you guys do know, this account right here was hacked about a month ago, and now that we are back on it, I want to get you all up to speed. So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's jump straight into it, and let's talk about some Healthier Choices Management Corp, ticker symbol HCMC. Now, if you do want access to the trades I make when I make them, if you also want access to my trade portfolio, early access to my YouTube videos, and access to all the due diligence I do behind these videos, definitely go down to the link in the description. It'll bring you over to my Patreon, and that is where I am fully transparent with all of that information. Also, if you are looking to start your own investment journey or expand out into a new brokerage, I 100% recommend using the referral link down below. Whenever you open an account with Webull, when you deposit $100, you will get 2 free stocks that can be valued all the way up to $1,850. This is an absolutely fantastic brokerage, and I 100% recommend using them. So that being said, let's go ahead, let's get into it, and let's see what all has been happening with Healthier Choices Management Corp. Well, as many of you do know, there has been a lot of action with this lawsuit recently. Philip Morris did file a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, and since then we have been seeing a lot of more minor behind the scenes action happening. Now, what we will go ahead and do is take a look at what all has been going on, and it says here that Cozen O'Connor, who is going to be the law firm that is representing HCMC, has been busy at court on behalf of HCMC. On March 11th, the court granted a joint motion giving HCMC until March 22nd to file its response to PMI's motion to dismiss, and the deadline for the defendant's PMI to file their reply is April 16th, 2021. So basically what this is saying is that this is going to be dragged out a little bit longer. Okay, so March 22nd is their date, so I would probably guess that they're going to wait at least until maybe like the 19th. I wouldn't expect to see this thing anywhere before Friday, but maybe I would say 100% by Monday, of course. Now, after that does get filed, I'm expecting Philip Morris to take the rest of the time to April 16th to then go ahead and file their reply. So we can expect that this thing is definitely going to be going at least another month without, actually really seeing any progress when it comes to the actual lawsuit itself. But this is a good thing. As it does see here, it says that this marks the first time that Philip Morris and HCMC have jointly agreed on something, and suggests the two companies may already be in serious discussions behind the scenes. So what this means is that they are already starting to work on this. Now, yeah, realistically, they do have until March 22nd to decide what they're going to be doing in response to the motion to dismiss, and then Philip Morris does have another about 2-3 weeks after that. But realistically, both of these companies already know this lawsuit is going, and that's something that we have to think about. They're not just trying to figure out this motion to dismiss. That's not what's on hand right now. That's not the key factor that they're targeting. What they're targeting is the actual result of this court case, what steps they want to take, what actions they want to take, what the result that their optimal result is going to be, and why and how they are going to get there. Now, again, as we did see here, they did go ahead, and I'm going to zoom in on this for you. As we do see here, of course, we did see that HCMC had hired on Cozen O'Connor. And what I did want to do is take a look at Cozen O'Connor, take a look at some of their accomplishments, who they are, and why I think this is great for HCMC specifically because of this partnership. Now, as we do see here, Cozen O'Connor is going to be one of the best law firms in the country. They have over 775 different attorneys, and they have so much news. Now, this is a company that focuses on many different aspects of law that can represent you for many things. I mean, aviation litigation. They have casualty and specialty lines coverage. They can go into construction law. They can go into private client trusts and estates. They have maritime regulatory. They have maritime antitrust and competition. It goes on and on and on and on. And also, of course, we do have patents. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is the fact that in February of 2021, the Chambers Global recognized 4 Cozen O'Connor attorneys as worldwide leaders in their respective practices. Not only that, though, in November of 2020 as well, they were recognized as the best lawyers in the best law firm in 25 practice areas nationwide and 115 practice areas regionally. So this is a company who is very highly accredited. They have a lot of experience, and they have done some fantastic things. I mean, we have seen them be on both sides of the coin, and I think that is the most appealing part about this company to me personally. I like the fact that if we do go ahead and if we were to take a look at, some of the lawsuits that they have won, they've been on both sides. They've defended against patent infringement, and they have also proved patent infringement. I mean, we've seen them get people billions and billions of dollars. Now, the reason I think this is so important is because we have to consider the fact that the best way to, attack someone is to understand their defense, right? You're going to want to understand how they're going to try to defend themselves. That's simple logic, right? Well, the good thing about, Cozen O'Connor is going to be the fact that they will understand the steps in which Philip Morris is going to take to protect themselves from this patent infringement lawsuit, and will already have things planned ahead in order to counter against that. And I'm so excited to see how this does go. Now, whenever it does come to the overall stock, I think that this is definitely getting, a lot different than people, the mainstream investor thought it would. But I think this is pretty much what we all expected. If you do go check out some of my older videos, I said this is going to be a long process. I remember when people were so excited about like February 26th, they were like, oh, dude, we're going to get like the settlement. They're going to get $1 billion. No, this is not fast, right? Philip Morris, first of all, is going to do everything they can do to prolong this as long as possible. One, they want to try to burn out some of the HCMC's cash, just in case maybe HCMC is like, never mind, which is not going to happen. And also, I feel like Philip Morris, from what they've shown me, it kind of seems like they just know they're going to come up out of settlement. That's my personal opinion. I'm almost positive that they will. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a lawyer, and this is not any type of advice whatsoever. But my opinion is, I would say, like, with the proof and then with Cozen O'Connor backing them, my honest opinion is that I think we will see a settlement. Now, the amount of that settlement, I think it can be a good range. It depends on how much they can prove was taken from them through patent infringement. So I think this could easily be between $1 to $3 billion, as we have seen that number get thrown around. But if they are capable of proving, a lot more damage whenever it comes to their, the IQOS and all of those different products, it could be even more than that. Now, whenever it comes to their stock price, we have talked about in the past with all of their outstanding shares and everything like that. I don't think that's still an issue. I would say my honest opinion is that we will see a settlement come up out of this, and my guess is that we'll see a buyback happen. Some people are talking about a reverse split, and I personally just don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like it's more likely if they were capable of winning this lawsuit, they would use some of that settlement capital in order to buy back shares and stop some of that dilution. Now, I know we did just reach the 309 billion outstanding shares mark, so I don't believe that there's going to be any more added. I'm pretty sure all shares have been converted now. I'm almost positive they said 309 billion was going to be the number, so that's definitely good. So there's definitely been a lot. As you can tell, there has been a lot of news and a lot of action over the last couple weeks, and what I will go ahead and do is I'll pull up these stock charts here and we will take a quick look at it. And I just want to show you all what I am seeing. So whenever it comes to the stock price, what are we looking at and what am I expecting? So as we can see here, I just drew some very fast lines just to get this, of course, out for you guys. Whenever we take a look at some of these lines, what I want to pay attention to is just momentum. I am a person, I'm not a day trader. I'm not looking for breakouts in order to get in and get out and make a fast profit. A lot of these companies I'm invested in for weeks, months, years, etc. And so I just like to have an overall idea of where the momentum's going and when I think it's a good time to buy. Now, whenever it does come to HCMC, of course, this company and all OTC stocks are always a gamble. And so you have to consider a lot of other things other than just the momentum, of course. But whenever we do take a look at this, one thing I have noticed is that the momentum has 100% changed for HCMC. As we did see that over the last few weeks, it has been trading within this channel for quite some time. It has been going just on a repetitive downtrend. It's not always, a horrible thing to see it trading in a downtrend, especially whenever it is not moving too fast. I would say that this has been, pretty rough, but it definitely could have been worse. But one thing that we did take notice of is right here, we did see a lot of momentum change, and I picked up on this one very, very fast. You could basically tell as soon as we got within this 4-hour or 5-hour window here that this momentum had changed. This was the first time that it really took a step out of this channel for 2 periods in a row, and then we started to see this here. Now, what I am expecting from this is that, as we can see now, I believe that it is trading in a bit of a flag here, and as we can see, it's starting to set lower highs, But the thing about it is it's starting to bounce off of these lows. Now, typically whenever we see it start to set lower highs and the same level lows, we'll start to see this triangular flag pattern here. Now, what I'm thinking is that I cannot figure it out just yet, honestly. It's very hard to predict it, especially with HCMC, as they're never super duper on point. But what I'm thinking is that within the next day or two here, we are going to see this thing break out one way or another. So with that being said, I personally feel like I think it's going to be about time for us to start to see some upward momentum. I know I personally have been considering buying even more shares, even though I'm still up about 90%, I would say. I feel like it could be a great time to pick up some more shares, as I think that there's going to be some growth soon. But at the same time, you got to be very careful because it could very easily start to fall again and break out down, which would not be great, of course. Now, realistically, I don't believe that's going to happen, as we can see here that it has been sitting along these levels for quite some time. I mean, the last time that it has fallen below this line here was way back in the day. So with that being said, I do feel like this is going to be a strong level of resistance. It could be a great time to load up because any great news, especially whenever HCMC does start to release their information, I think that could be a good catalyst for this thing to go up. But you gotta be very, very careful. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm simply just a guy on the on YouTube talking about some stocks that I like. So with that being said, that is just an overall overview of what all has been going on with Healthier Choices Management Corp, ticker symbol HCMC. I hope you guys did enjoy this little review and breakdown. As more news does come out, I will be updating you all just like usual. I know I've been away for quite some time, but it's just been a real long process of getting my account back, getting all the settings changed back, getting all my videos back. It's been crazy. So I'm sure you guys do understand that, but from me, you can expect 2 to 3 videos every single day from this point forward. With that being said, I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Peace.